Okay, fourth grade. In our books on page 161, we are going to continue with division. Danny manages a charter boat business. She has these fishing lures for 3 boats. She wants to put the same number of lures on each boat. How many lures should Danny put on each boat? Well, what do we need to figure out first? How many lures she has? So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. So she has 48 lures. And she wants to put those onto fishing boats, onto 3 fishing boats. How can I figure out how many go on each boat? What would I do, Sawyer? $48 divided by what? How many boats are there? 3. 48 divided by 3. Which one would go inside the house? 48 divided by 3. Now you're not going to have your squares anymore. Okay. So are you going to have to make sure everything lines up so you don't get messed up? Yes, you will. All right. How many times can 3 go into 4? Where do I put that? Now, 1 times 3 is? So what do I subtract? And I get? Then what?
Bring down to 8.
Bring down the 8. Okay. Now, I'm going to ask, how many times can 3 go into 18? 6. Where would I put the 6? Above the 8. Now what? 6 times 3 is? What do I do with that?
18 minus 18 equals 0.
So what's our answer?
16, no remainder.
No remainder. What would I label it as? Lures. 16 lures on each boat. Okay. Shh. Questions on this one? Those of you that are not, it's not clicking yet. It would be recommended that you participate and not just sit there and watch. Okay. If you are one of those people that you understand it, it's super easy for you. It would be helpful for your classmates for you to, okay? That way they can participate more, all right? All right, Frank owns a charter boat business. He buys 56 fishing rods, and he divides the rods equally among 4 boats. How many fishing rods does each boat get? So what are we doing here? Very good. Which one's going to go in the house?
56.
56 divided by 4. Okay. All right. So what do I ask myself first?
4 going to 5.
How many times can 4 go into 5? Watch your tone. Okay. How many times can it? Once. Very good. Okay. Remember, if you are understanding it, I want your lips zipped, but you still need to be paying attention. Meredith, your eyes should be on the board. Okay, now what? So we said 4 can go into 5 1 time. Now what?
4 times 1.
Which is?
4.
So what do I do with that? Subtract. So now 5 minus 4 is? Now what? Bring down the 6. Okay, how many times can it? 4. Where do I put the 4? Now what? 4 times 4 is? So I subtract. Okay, so what's my answer? What would I label it as now?
14
fishing rods. You don't have to label it in your book, but okay, now if you wanted to go and check your work on the calculator and make sure you were right, you sure can. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so we would do what was it? 56. So you would type in 56 divided by 4. And we got 14. Now, if it's one with a remainder, let's say if I did 55 divided by 4, I would get a remainder of, it would be 13 remainder 3. But it doesn't stop talking over me. It doesn't give you the remainder. It puts it in a decimal form. So if you go to check your work and you have a remainder, it's not going to check your remainder. Okay. Just know if there's a decimal, there's a remainder. Okay. Now, what's your question, Easton? No, it doesn't. Sawyer. Point something. It's part of a whole. Hey. So we want to do 85 divided by 3. I'll do it over here. 85 divided by, nope, not going to have enough room there. We'll do it right here. 85 divided by 3. Okay. What do we ask ourselves first? Okay, Hattie. Okay, how many times can 3 go into 8? Easton, I want you quiet. Okay. Twice. Where do I put that? Okay, now what do I do? No. Very good, which is? No. 6. What do I do with that? Okay. So 8 minus 6 is? Then what do I do? Bring down the 5. Now what do I ask myself?
How many times can 3 go into 25?
Very good. How many times can it? 8. Where do I put the 8? At the top. Now what? 8 times 3 is? So what do I do with that? Subtract 24 and I get? Is there anything else to bring over? No. So this would be the remainder 1. So 28 remainder 1. Hey, Lana had 76 sand dollars. She puts the same number in 4 boxes. How many sand dollars are in each box? Hey, so 76 divided by 4. What do I ask myself? Go ahead. Yep. Mason and David. Yes. How many times can it? Once. And what would I subtract? No. 4 times 1, which is 4. So 7 minus 4 is 3. And then what? Bring down the 6. Now, what do I ask myself? Very good. How many times can it? 9 times. Where do I put the 9? At the top. And then what? Nope. 9 times 4 is? So what do I do with that? Subtract it. We get 0. So what's our answer? 19 sand dollars, right? Those things. It's like something you would find on a beach. Kinda. All right, let's look at the homework. Why are we talking? 4th grade. All right. If you want to tear out 6.3, 6.4, 6.5, and 6.6 and throw them away later, you may. Okay. We are going to be on page 65. You can throw them away later. Right now, we're going to be on page 65. What are you doing, Morgan? That's not page 60. Is that 65? Oh, it is. Sorry. I apologize. Why are we talking? Make it stop. All right. Are we all on page 65? I said, Colton, my specific directions were to throw it away later. So sit down. All right. Number one, Shin puts all of his red marbles into 3 jars. So he puts 78 marbles into 3 jars. He puts the same number in each jar. How many red marbles are in each jar? So what would I do there? Okay, so which one would go inside the box? 78. Do I want all of the work today done on the show your work paper? Do I want any of it done on the worksheet? No, I don't. All on here. All on the show your work paper. Okay, all the work. You'll write the answers on the worksheet. Okay. All right. Very good. How many times can it? So I put the 2 at the top. Then what? So and I get, and then,
How many times can 3 go into 18?
okay, how many times can it? Where do I put that? Now what? Which is?
18.
And what do I do with that?
Minus 18. 0.
So what would my answer be?
0.
What do if there is no remainder, do you have to say that even? No. Okay, so what are we going to label it as?
26 marbles.
26 red marbles. So Bridget has 56 quarters. There are 4 quarters and $1. How many dollars does she have? Okay, so what would I have to do? Okay, and you will do that. Okay, 3, 4, and 5. I want those all done on the show your work paper. So 3, 4, and 5. Huh? No. Number 6. Janeka cuts out pictures of dogs to make posters. She puts an equal number of German Shepherd pictures on 4 posters. How many pictures are on each poster? So we're taking 52 and we're dividing it out amongst 4 posters. So what would I do? Which one would go in the house? 52 divided by 4. What? No. Cross out number 7. Hey, number 8. Let's do 8A, 8B, 8C, and 8D. Okay, so that means on your back, you're going to have 8A, which will be 51 divided by 3, right? And then you'll do 8B. Right here, 51 divided by 3. A, B, C, D. Then 8B will be 65 divided by 5. And then 8C will be 84 divided by 6. And then 8D, 72 divided by 4. Okay? So you'll have 8A, 8B, 8C, 8D. Okay? Yes. Okay. All right, spiral review. And then you'll come in here and just color in the right answer. Okay, a rancher uses 40-pound bales of hay for his horse. What is the weight of 8 bales of hay? So if one weighs 40 pounds, how did I find what 8 of them weigh? 40 times 8. What would be the easiest way to do this? Okay, so 4 times 8 is 32. And then add my 0 back. And what would I label it at? Pounds. So 320 pounds. Okay, a truck carries 6 telephone poles that have the same weight. The total weight of all the poles together is 6,000 pounds. How much does each one weigh? Well, they're doing 6,000 divided by 6. What can I do? Okay, what's 6 divided by 6? 1. Divide, not multiply. Okay, and then what do I have to do? Add back the zeros. What am I going to label it as? Pounds. So 1 telephone pole weighs 1,000 pounds. Couldn't tell you. All right, what questions do we have? If you need a multiplication chart, please get one. Oh, without talking. If you want a calculator to check your